Welcome back. We are the Morioh citizens, and today, do you know what today is like?
Valentine's Day?
Of course, and you know what that means.
Oh yeah. Dio sama! Dio
Oh
sama!
my god. Hey kid, we've been over. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Cut. Nah, okay. We're talking about somebody infinitely hotter than Dio.
Oh.
My favorite president, President Funny Valentine.
Oh yes! Yes!
Oh,
The President of the United States of America! The hottest man alive!
man. Okay, so where do we begin? Bro?
You see, I like, let's still start with his outfit, Like, he's more like magician
Character
themed.
design,
Yeah, magician themed and everything.
Very.
The gloves,
Like, as I was...
the outfit,
Exactly.
the pink, like, kind of trench coat kind of vibe thing. And, of course, D4C's design, where he looks like a freaking bunny.
Exactly. Like, he, as I was reading, Valentine gave me, like, a very, like Vegas performer, kind of, like, magic act kind of vibe. Especially since, like, his catchphrase is, like, Dojan.
Dojan!
Which, if you didn't know, it translates into tada, really loosely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and when you think about his power, or one of the ways that he uses it, is
It's
to
to,
make
like,
people disappear.
Between two objects.
Yeah.
We'll get into, like, D4C's ability also in this video. But to start off, Funny Valentine, I think it was named after My Funny Valentine, that one song. Who was the artist?
The thing about Funny Valentine is that there's so many covers and there's so many like different versions that it was hard to like pinpoint like which exactly Araki was referencing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, like his stamp is named after the ACDC.
Not
song.
only was his character history and his character name based off music, as always, it was also his character history was also based off of Pulp Fiction for some reason.
Right, the Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
And specifically the scene where Bruce Willis's character's childhood is shown, where well, to put it frankly, his dad's stuck a watch in his ass to keep it safe for his son.
I think,
and I mean, we see like some variation of that in JoJo.
I think he puts it in his ear or something, or
it was his eye.
his eye. Yeah, he cuts his eye and puts the napkin into his eye, and that when he first heard that story, he was inspired by his father, always thinking about the napkin and everything. And
yeah, you see that like influence with like his patriotism and like it could be argued that like his dad was probably the reason why Valentine
he joined the army.
Union Army.
Yeah, he joined the army, and that's how he got his ability, D4C, because he went into the Devil's Palm and everything, found the heart of the corpse part. So you see that's how he like got his ability and everything. In the Devil's Palm, you got the heart of Jesus Christ, corpse part.
He was deemed worthy, and that is how he got Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And a
Which
little side note,
is an OP stand.
I believe it's confirmed that Valentine was part of the Union during the Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And which means like most likely, especially because like the time period, he was most likely part of the Republicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like at the time it was like a different platform and all that. But yeah, it's just kind of like cool tidbit how historically too. I like seeing.
We never knew. Like, I think it was his second term in office, or was it?
I believe it was his first.
His first term? Didn't he say like 2 years before? Oh yeah, it was. No, yeah, it was. I think it was first term.
Yeah,
I think it was his first term. But like,
we're gonna have to look back on that. But yeah.
Like it hinted at like how he met his wife and everything, like how he played the piano with his toes. At the time, I thought that was something to do with his stand ability. It had nothing to do with his stand ability. The toes thing was never mentioned again.
That could have been interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of stand ability does that. But yeah. Speaking of stands, we're moving on to one of my favorite stands in all of JoJo. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Filthy. Dimes for crimes. Yeah.
Time dollar bad.
Dollar bad. D4C. okay, like D4C in the meme community is known to be very like confusing, but what made it confusing was the Who Shot Johnny Joestar arc. You know, we're not gonna dive into that. You know, it's like a whole different topic.
Yeah, plenty of other channels.
Yeah,
like,
other channels
video,
already dived
like,
into it.
And that, and like, bro, let me just say that arc was like the most confusing in like any manga that I have.
I know, right?
Ever.
Like, I remember I was in a call with you. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Right, and I tried my best to explain it, but basically what I believe happened was initially, like, Araki like does what he does, and D4C's initial ability was different than what it turned out to be.
It would be like you'd bring one world into another world. I believe like combining parallel worlds.
Yeah, he was sort of combining parallel universes, like there's a universe where like a Pipo shot Johnny, there's a universe where Diego shot Johnny, and there's a universe where Valentine shot Johnny. Like D4C would combine those three into one.
Yeah, but then like Araki realized that all
three were correct.
Araki realized that ability was too confusing for the audience, so he just he just set it up to be like, basically he can go to parallel worlds, bring other Valentines with him, and also he has to go through between two objects, and like that one time when he poured water on him, that was just amazing.
That was so cool. It gave me the same feeling as like when Bruno split his head to avoid an attack.
Yes.
It was just so cool. Like and I think like it's better that Rocky like changed it to be that way. And yeah, like D4C, I just flat out love it. Like it's just so cool how he like uses it, and you know, not even to mention Love Train was so.
It makes it more,
and it was like
yeah. It's
like,
kind of like its own Requiem arrow.
In a way, it is. I'd actually argue like it's alright. Don't quote me on this, but I'd actually argue that it could have been the stand of like Jesus.
I think it is
the
stand.
saint that's implied to be Jesus.
Yeah, I think it is the saint that is implied to be Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I say that because like he gets it once he has all the corpse parts in his possession, and even like the power itself kind of implies it, where it's like the power is to like direct any misfortune onto somebody else, and like onto anywhere else in the world.
The thing with Valentine is, I believe he's an actual like good person. You see how he's like selfless compared to Johnny, but it's kind of it turns to be like ironic because like he's only selfless for his own country, which is
right.
Yeah,
it's just like deep like kind of like duality between like Johnny Joestar and President Funny Valentine, because like Johnny Joestar, like throughout the entire part, he was like, you know, more or less like selfish. Like he joined the race for a selfish reason, which is to make himself walk again and to you know, be near Gyro and all that.
Meanwhile, this man is so patriotic that what he has his battle scars shows the American flag.
Exactly, and like that and like his stand ability, like, you know, compounds on that fact, because when a Valentine dies, he kind of he like transfers his stand to like a new Valentine, including his memories. And like, you know, if that's not selfless, I don't know what is. Like,
my first thoughts,
you know,
when I first saw Funny Valentine, I didn't believe he was the villain, because, you know, he wasn't Funny Valentine, he was kind of Chubby Valentine, I guess.
Chubby Valentine. That is it. That's what I'm going to refer to him as now.
Chubby Valentine.
Chubby Valentine. Yeah. I feel like canonically it's explained that you know, Valentine transferred his stand to like an alternate Valentine to explain like how he went from like this chubby Valentine to a literal Greek god.
He was like, or he could be like, bruh, I'm so chubby. Let me hit the gym, bro, real quick.
Within 2 days, bro. But yeah,
the man was determined.
I feel like IRL, like Araki was.
He said it was just a design change.
Yeah, it really just is design change, and you know, I prefer it. Like, it's just this duality between like Johnny and him, where Johnny's like really like selfish for most of the part, and Valentine is like the most selfless you can get. Like,
he doesn't even care about his wife. He doesn't care about his wife.
AK, he
Yeah.
already has a wife. Her name is America.
America is his wife. This man.
He's already in love with some. Yeah. But what I find interesting is that like his motivation, like, it's really that of like kind of a protagonist, to be honest.
What is
It's that whole situation with like in let's see, what's the example? Like Shinji from Evangelion, where like I can see where he's coming from. I really can like sympathize with like his motivation and all that. It just the way he's dealing with it is not the right way. Yeah.
It's like
listen, bro. Sure, I get it that you want your country to be great, and I get that you want your country to propel forward, but like, listen, I don't think murdering people is like the way to go, bro.
Bro, I just thought of something. Okay, so this is a side note, but like, Quinn from Into the Badlands as the dubbed actor for Funny Valentine. Yes.
Oh, well, come to think of it, he did pretty good.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched Into the Badlands, highly recommend it.
It's on Netflix. So, I just loved how like, how he used D4C. Like, he brought in other versions of himself. Like, although they're not, there's only one D4C, they still like, they're still menacing because they have guns.
They have guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have guns, and that's more than enough. But yeah, and that's like Araki's like strong suit. Like he could, he takes like powers and stuff, and like he used them in like a creative way. You know, with like sticky fingers, stone free, D4C.
Yep.
You know, all these like different stands. He can use them in like a really like creative and like different way. But that whole aspect of like him need to be like in between two objects, like that was just interesting how like he used the ground and like some water.
When
on
I
him.
like, we all love Valentine, right? But like,
yes,
we can't just ignore that one scene, like with Lucy. You know, come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
that scene. That's part of the reason why I say like I disagree with how he's going about his goal. You know, because like, listen, bro, I don't care if like the age of consent at the time was like, you know, that low, but you know, I really doubt that there was any consent to begin with in that scene. So,
but he'd still be he's still like one of my favorite villains, including Yoshikage Kira. You know.
Yeah, and actually, he's higher on my list than Kira.
He's higher than Kira. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so. I'd say so also. So,
yeah.
That concludes Funny Valentine.
Hope to see you guys next time.
Dojan.
Dojan.
See ya.